Here we are at Erron's Coffee in the iconic city of Beverly Hills, California. Word on the street is that founder and operator Erron imbues his coffee with the flavor of joy. Let's tune in to hear how. I've heard you say that the joy of coffee is behind everything you do here. What do you mean by the joy of coffee?
Thank you for that question. That's actually the most important thing for me. It's the experience that customers have. And the experience of the joy of coffee, that's what generates us to really work here. When we brew the coffee, when we roast the coffee, we talking with each other about the joy of coffee all the time. And when I do roasting and I let the beans to come in from the hopper into the roaster, I say joy, 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 and everybody like here, if they are in a good moment, they say after me joy, joy, joy. If they are in the mood, it's not a requirement. It's the experience that people are going to have of the joy of coffee. So the joy of coffee, that's the paradigm. That's what's really energize us. It's words that we say trigger our intention, and the intention need to be the client have to enjoy what he's getting from us. If it's a small cup of coffee, if it's a cookie, it's a bag of coffee, joy, joy, joy. The joy of coffee, that's what we want you to have, the joy of coffee.
As a flavor chaser, I'm most interested in hearing how your coffee and their snacks get their yummy on. Let's get started on that with hearing about your roasting style and process.
So the reason why I'm here, it's because roasting. So coffee is so wonderful for all of us, and with me the story got into a place that I was nerding so much, and I'm going to roasters and buying roast coffee, and I didn't like the roast, and I told my wife, I think I want to roast the coffee for myself. So when you start the roast in the beginning, maybe less attention, but you still need to make sure everything is working well, and you reach to a certain temperature that if you let the coffee to be too long in the roaster, it's gonna get darker and darker, and then you lose flavors. This is why I'm never gonna do dark roast. So it's all the time gonna be like medium roast, light roast. It all depends on the region. I'm changing the temperature, I'm changing sometimes, most of the time the time is the same time. It's gonna tell you in general, we roast it in a way to make it like a medium roast or light roast, you can say, and then you kept all the natural flavor in it.
Can you describe what you consider when selecting beans to optimize the flavor in your coffee?
Actually, like a few minutes ago, I just was ordering beans, and the different region of the world have different impact of the sun and environment, temperature and wind and rain. So every place in the world have its own unique conditions. Those unique conditions going to create different flavors. So for example, the coffee from Indonesia. The coffee from Indonesia have earthy tones to it. A lot of earthy tones to it, tobacco tones to it, herbal notes to it. And the coffee from Africa. Amazing coffee, amazing. Very fruity, very citrusy. The coffee from Central America, it have cocoa notes to it. Very smooth, a little bit sweet. This is like different places in the world that give you different flavors. So if I make a latte, the espresso need to have a lot of body to it. in order to taste good, because it's very small and then a lot of milk for a latte. So you gotta create a shot of espresso that they have a body, full taste, rich, that complement the milk, or the milk complement the shot.
You mentioned milk. I heard you make your own almond milk here. Can you tell me about that choice? Why do you make your own nut milk?
So I love quality, and the fresh almond milk, it's quality. You know, there is no added oils, added stabilization, nothing added to our almond milk. But when you buy an almond milk, there is many other things people add to it, and it can hold for a year even. Our almond milk, you make it, it's after 4 days. If you didn't finish it, it's not good anymore. It's raw, it's real, it's supporting your body, giving you nutritionist value. It's really, really, really nice. So if I do it, I want to enjoy and then give the best as possible. So everybody, the recipe is water, raw almonds, raw hazelnut, 75% almond, 25% hazelnut. You soak them in water to sprout it out, to take all the unwanted flavor and the not good stuff from the almond to come out. Then you wash it, grind it, and then you do the almond milk. So that was the secret recipe that I gave you guys.
It's not a secret anymore.
It's fine, I'm happy about it. I'm happy. Yes, I am happy about it. I want people to drink only good quality. So that's awesome. That's really, really good milk. Yeah, we're filtering it twice. It's really nice.
Your flavorings are also house-made. Can you describe a few of those delectable details?
So, I'm not a flavor guy, but I said to myself, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it really good. So anything that I wanna do, I will do it. So the flavors we do, it's awesome. Our coffee, it's organic. Our coffee, it's roasted carefully. So if I'm gonna add something to it, we need to add something it's quality to complement it. The roasted hazelnut flavor that we have, it's real hazelnut. We roast it and then we grind it and then we squeeze it and then we filter it and then we have the flavor. So that's we add sugar to it, obviously, to make it sweet. Yeah, but it's really made from the best ingredients, real roasted hazelnut. So if I make a latte and I use vanilla, the flavor I buy from the market, it's gonna taste vanilla, but it's gonna be too sugary. It's not gonna complement the coffee as well as I want. So we decided to do the best we can. So we bought vanilla beans, Madagascar vanilla beans, that they're most expensive vanilla beans there is. It's $600 a pound. If you buy like one bean, it's $7, but we buy by the pound, so it's super expensive. Anyhow, so we take the bean and we strip the seeds from the bean and then you make the vanilla. So you don't buy vanilla flavor and then you have vanilla flavor. We make it from scratch. We have caramel, so caramel we take sugar and we turn it in the pot till it's getting dark and brown, and then we caramelize it with oat milk, you know, so it's plant-based.
Speaking of plant-based, I see that you have a lot of vegan options. Can you share a little bit about that philosophy of flavor?
I want it to be vegan. I don't think it's going to be fair for the community to make it vegan, only because many people drink whole milk with coffee. So the whole milk, that's the biggest deal, like, because people got used to it from years and years. It's like growing up on coffee, sugar, and cream. You know, that's how people grew up. This is how I grew up. I was drinking cream and sugar all the time my coffee till I decided not to have any more dairy in my life. So I stopped with the cream and sugar, and then the coffee was like, oh, what's this? And then slowly, after a while, I taste sweet. I'm like, whoa, that's cool. So the coffee was able to taste beautiful without cream and sugar. So that's me. But the community, they used to it. I cannot enforce on them. I don't feel it's nice. So we are vegan supporters. A lot of the stuff it's plant-based. I'm plant-based myself. My wife is plant-based. My kids at home plant-based. Outside of the house, they're like having fun. So, yeah.
Oh, you have a customer. Let's listen in on her order and see how it goes.
Hi.
Hey!
I'd like a cup of coffee, please.
Of course. Good to see you. You want your regular pour over? Yeah?
Yes.
Well, I have today something really, really nice, and it's from Uganda.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, a nice coffee. All right. Let's start the pour over. So we're gonna start with first rinsing the paper and the vessel that we're gonna have only coffee flavor with it. Put it in my drip tray. Gonna get the coffee. Scaling the coffee, how many grams we have. So we have 26 grams, and we're gonna start the bloom stage. The bloom stage is about 45 seconds. We put about twice of the amount of the coffee we have with water. So what I do, it's 1 grams of coffee, 15 grams of water. So that's the ratio. You want a good coffee, yes?
Yes.
I definitely want to give you a good coffee. Joy, joy, joy. If you see the way I brewing it, I have a circular way of moving the spout. So I don't pour in one place. So you have to move it in a circular way in order that you're gonna have a flat ground area underneath the level of the water that's gonna extract everything nicely. Also, I have a timer over here that I put a timer that I want to finish the coffee between 2.5 to 4 minutes. And I keep looking at the scale to make sure I'm not gonna be over. All right, now we're gonna finish drip and your cup is gonna be ready. So when it's dripping, that's it, done. Put it on the drip tray. And you're gonna have Uganda to enjoy. Uganda, gotta love it.
Smells amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. There you go, Elise. You want the lead?
Yes, yes.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's it for today's Flavor Chase. Tune in next time for another adventure in how tastes and techniques add flavor to the food and drink in our lives.